Kallas called for measures for ensuring the defense of NATO allies. Next time when they tell you Ukraine is not a NATO ally, why is Russia being aggressive? Yeah, but you're treating it like one. You're treating it de facto like a NATO ally. You're sending it weapons. You keep mentioning, this notion that you must strengthen NATO defenses. Yeah, but we're talking about Ukraine. What does that have to do with NATO? If Vladimir Putin is a liar and he's manufacturing this threat, if he's imagining this threat of NATO and Ukraine, right? Ukraine joining NATO and then having another NATO country on Russia's border. If he's imagining it, why the fuck is NATO so involved then about talking we have to ensure the safety of our NATO partners? You keep showing that there's a connection between Ukraine and NATO and supporting Putin's argument, Russia's argument, and legitimate security concerns. You just keep proving him right, that you are treating Ukraine like a de facto NATO country. You are sending it weapons. You are sending it troops next door. You are giving it all the support. And now they're trying to invoke Article 4 to try and, wiggle their way around it and maybe do a little bit more. So they say NATO began beefing up its defenses in northeastern Europe after Russia annexed Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula in 2014. It has around 5,000 troops and equipment stationed there, but those forces have been beefed up with troops and equipment from several countries in recent months. Again, they constantly say that Russia is threatening Ukraine with this buildup of troops, right? And they said that it's going to be 190,000 troops invading. I don't know about you, but I till now, I haven't seen those numbers. I've just seen aftermath of strikes, which look like targeted strikes. But my point here is that they always talk about the Russian troop buildup, but they don't tell you a lot about the NATO troop buildup. They don't even tell you how many there are. They just give you limited figures here and there. And that's like fine. It's so ironic, Russia moving Russian troops in Russia to defend its borders, that's aggression. But American troops coming from the other side of the planet to Russia's borders and neighboring countries, and the UK sending weapons all the way to Ukraine at Russia's doorstep, that's not aggression? Like, why is NATO allowed to defend itself, but the Russians are not allowed to defend themselves in their own country? How can you talk about defense when it's not your concern? It's Ukraine's concern, not the US, not the UK. But they talk about defense. What is that? So they say a first step now could be to activate the NATO response force, which should number up to 40,000 troops. A quickly deployable land bridge that is part of the NRF, made up of around 5,000 troops and run by France alongside Germany, Poland, Portugal, and Spain, is already on heightened alert. Some NATO members have also sent troops, aircraft, and warships to the Black Sea region near allies Bulgaria, Romania, and Turkey. The Pentagon has also put up to 8,500 US troops on heightened alert, so they will be prepared to deploy if needed to reassure other allies. So again, you're treating it like a de facto NATO ally. That's a member rather, and that's why Russia is concerned. And you just keep proving their point. And again, it's like it's defensive for me, but offensive for thee. The language even you can see. Oh, it's just to reassure allies. It's defenses. They call them defenses. So NATO moving troops towards Russia, that's defensive. Russia moving its own troops inside Russia, that's offensive. Come on, man. If you can't see the double standard by now, what am I supposed to tell you?